They say that good things come in small packages, and after moving my office from a spacious loft to a corner in a bedroom, I'd have to say I agree. When we first built our house, we designed it with a loft for the sole purpose of being an office space, and it was an awesome studio and gaming area. You might be asking, if it was so awesome, why did you move it? Well, remember the small packages saying? Gaming and video editing might be two of the most time-consuming hobbies one can have. And I found that if I was going to spend nap time working on my hobbies, I wanted to be as close to my family as possible. So, whether it's a small package or just a small space, I'm going to give you a tour of what I did with my small space, and maybe give you some inspiration and ideas along the way. The space I picked was in our bedroom. The space, including my nightstand, is about 7 feet 4 inches. I included the nightstand because it has actually become an integral part of my setup. It just so happens to have enough space to fit a medium mouse pad, and for those nights that there is both editing and snuggling to be done, the majority of my work happens next to this little one, in a very small space, which is approximately one pink plushy cat wide. The mousepad/desk pad is from Alma, and it's not only a soft surface to set my phones, chargers, and other items on, it's also perfect when I'm on my laptop, working on a project that is better suited for a mouse than a laptop trackpad. Or if I'm unwinding with a late-night gaming session, I can still easily do the mouse and keyboard thing for games that aren't the best experience with a trackpad or game controller. Now onto the desk part of the desk tour. The desk itself is from eWin. I've had it for a few years, and it's been a great desk. It's small, super sturdy, and the top surface is mouse-friendly, so if I need to really spread out, I can be sure my mouse will work on any part of it. Speaking of keyboard and mouse, the ones I use and wholeheartedly recommend to others for creative work are the Logitech MX Keys keyboard and the MX Master 3S mouse. They both feel great to use, have incredible battery life, and can switch between devices at the click of a button. For me, this is huge because I use both Windows and Mac OS frequently at the same time, so not only does this prevent me from having multiple input devices lying around, especially when space is at a premium, but is unbelievably convenient as I can switch from my Mac to my PC with one quick press on each device. For a display, I use the very polarizing Apple Studio display. This monitor gets its fair share of both praise and hate, but for me, it falls more on the praise side. I can see both sides of the argument, but for my use case, it's the perfect solution. It is important to set expectations, though, as your setup will dictate how positive or negative your experience is with this monitor. Let me start with, if you don't own any Apple products, this is not a great choice, as all of the controls for this monitor are built into Mac OS, and there aren't any hardware buttons on it, so without a Mac, it's impossible to access the settings or upgrade the firmware. Secondly, it plays nicer with devices that have a Thunderbolt port, as you get full access to the webcam, speakers, and display, whereas if you are using a desktop and connecting to it via a DisplayPort to Thunderbolt cord, you'll only have access to the display and need to provide your own external speakers and webcam. Speaking of polarizing, if there is a word that is stronger than it, this next product would definitely be that. The Hexical Studio is a $900 desk shelf that I personally think is incredible. When searching for a desk shelf, I could only find a handful of reviews on YouTube, and in every single case, the product was sent to the creator for free for review. In fact, I may literally be the only person on YouTube that actually bought one. Apart from feeling very premium and sturdy, one of my favorite features is the integrated power supply. The outlets face different directions to make it so they are all actually usable, specifically when you have several devices that all have massive power bricks that would end up blocking an outlet, or even two in a traditional power strip. The cable management is also top-notch, with a removable top that allows you to hide cables and power supplies in a thermal-resistant chamber and neatly channel them to an outlet. The lighting is extremely customizable with both temperature and intensity, and even the distance that it stretches across your desk. Add in support for data bridging and wireless charging, and you get a great addition to your setup that is extremely functional. Also from Hexical are these magnetic Thunderbolt cables. They magnetize to themselves other cables and even desks that are magnetic to stay neatly coiled up until they are needed. They are a great way to have cables out in the open, yet still look neat and managed. This massive power bank from Anker is one of the most used items on my desk. It has the power output I need when working on my laptop, when I'm both away from my desk and an outlet. The digital display shows exactly how much power is left with a touch of a button. But low battery is hardly ever an issue with the optional power base, that not only has ports to charge up devices at my desk, but has this super convenient trick of magnetically attaching to the power bank to top it off. So it's always ready to go when I grab it. On the complete opposite end of my desk sits my absolute favorite microphone, the Electrovoice RE20. This mic makes recording quality voiceovers a breeze, but it does have some help. The pop filter and shock mount are designed specifically for it and keep all those unwanted pops and desk bump sounds away, and the Rode PSA 1 Plus boom arm puts it at just the right angle, while keeping the Mogami XLR cable managed neatly along the arm. Mogami has some of the best shielded cables against interference. Since my wife wasn't super excited about me putting up acoustic foam all over the room, I did the next best thing. The Marantz sound shield comes in handy in isolating the sound from the front, while a set of curtains behind help prevent nasty reverb for most situations. So when I do sit down to record or edit at my desk, what am I sitting in? The Herman Miller Embody is easily one of the best investments I've made for my bottom and back. It somehow supports me and keeps my posture in check, while simultaneously making me feel like I'm sitting on clouds. It's crazy. I've had a dozen or so gaming chairs over the years, and I can honestly say that none of them even come close to how comfortable it is to sit and work in this chair. Just like a good quality mattress can improve the quality of sleep, a good chair can improve the quality of both work and play. There are a ton of customizable aspects to this chair, which allows you to fine-tune it to match how you like it to feel when you sit in it. The best part of this new setup is that it's a work in progress. I'm learning things I like and don't like about it as I use it, and that'll help me refine it over the coming months as I look to replace or enhance certain parts of it. I also want to thank you for stopping by the channel. 2025 is the year I'm getting more serious about creating, and I'm looking forward to having a lot more fun doing what I love. If there's anything on my desk you want me to go into more detail on, or something that I missed, please feel free to leave a comment below and I'll be sure to reply. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.